Yeah, I'm born. It's talking, it's hot, so leave me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason looked out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated to love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. Just the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Shoes, America's most. Ain't no half stepping. See you at the crossroads.
Money over on my hands down. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Your life's a so what you want. Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the Genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have a thoughts for the cream renegade. For the money, only green is the. I'm a player on the late night tips. So they see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog to the skull. Ignorant. Can I live? Still feel me. Kiss the death, forever taking that. Three boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger, kiss the death, forever taking that. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger. Money over on my hands down. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, you already lived. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome since 96. You a shook one, breeze and know the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my. Strictly for my. Survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm indeed cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? They're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a
Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Watching television, telling me avoid the system, hoping I ain't lose religion.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Down. Move ready.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try the air now with Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A first down carry now for Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
From the 50, it's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Down. Move ready.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got Will Tye complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Move ready. Move ready.
They go back to the ground now with Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On second down, here's Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mariota on 1st down. And the grab by Croft. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Mariota now. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd down, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he's going to go down again. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And this is incomplete. Will tie the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football. But a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
3rd and long. It's Watson. It's hauled in by Ellington. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now it's Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And then run for it with Miller. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they try the right side here. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Mariota now on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the Texans say they have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
One.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. His throw incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. On third down, Mariota. It's complete to Grant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. First and 10 at the 19. Mariota to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Now Mariota. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So on fourth down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Suckup. From the left hash, this from 39. And Suckup will put this one right through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And here comes the Texans now. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Green the line! Green the line!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Back 22!
On second down, here's Miller. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Down! Back 22! Back 22!
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Steps away. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
So in this case, you'd think the defense would be collapsing to the left side of the field, and they forced him to his left, so he just tucked it away and picked up some yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, Watson. And that's complete. It's Allington. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Watson now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Richmond! Hey! Green the line!
Watson hands this to Foreman. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this.
Gone! 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 Gone!
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch it now,
to throw now on first down. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they'll run it here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll set up a throw. And that's complete to Croft. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Detroit! Gone!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. To throw on second is Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Watson on first down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Adoree Jackson on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ford. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. This quarterback now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Ford. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Leopard! Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he's got this down to the 35. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Grant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw is Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Foreman. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Green the line! Green the line!
On 2nd down, here's Watson. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
Flag 22! Flag 22!
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Flag 22!
Here's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Jackson now to return. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Titans. In for the score. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up? And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll look to throw. And the grab by Croft. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll look to throw here. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Suckup. extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now...
And he caught it up! And the Texans say they have it. They do!
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Following the fumble recovery, Watson, man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Now a handoff to Miller. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 50, it's Watson. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Richmond.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Watson now on second down. Ellington has it, middle of the field. Take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Mariota now on second down. He's going to wind up in there. It's caught inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. But on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, this game's over.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Titans, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I like when birds come in. Sounds like I see seats in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the demon on flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk to chat. They step on the rock, don't matter. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the that live in the mansion.